Hello and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. Whoa, I changed my name a bit. Gotta get those MTG keywords in if I am going to reach a million subscribers in 2022. But anyways, now we're back at our farm playing a new Farmstead tournament. This is Farmstead 9 and we are in round 1. And this is a grudge match because I'm playing against my wife. So that's also always fun. So let's take a look at my deck first. I'm playing a blue and green flying Berserk deck. If we start at the top, you can see there's a lot of pump spells. And the second row is a lot of small creatures. And further down, some restricted cards and singletons. Crumble, or 2 Agortian Pixies. Play with 4 Michel's work factories and 3 Pendelhavens. Those are good in my deck. Alright, so that's my deck. Let's take a look at my wife's deck. She's playing a big red deck with some burn cards on top. You can see she's playing a 4 Fireball, and she's also playing with 2 Mana Flare and 2 Candelabras, so she can get a lot of mana with this deck. Another cool trick with Candle Flare is using them with the mace, so you can remove multiple attackers from combat. With all that mana she can cast Shivan Dragon and Suchi, Earthquakes and Gargoyles. Yeah, and also 2 Blood Moon main deck. So that's always a problem. Alright, that's her deck. Let's take a look at the game. Game number 1. You have me to the left and Mia to the right. I'm on the play. Starts out with 2 blue mana and 2 flying men. So that's an excellent start. And Mia plays a Library of Alexandria. She can use it right away because she's on the draw. But no more fast mana. Looks. So she has to discard and mountain. Ooh, Ancestors Recall. Excellent. Plays a Tropical Isle. Attacks for 2 damage. And play an Agortian Pixies. So Mia draws another card with a library. But unfortunately it looks like she has a pretty slow start. She cast an lightning bolt straight to the face. Ooh, I see a regrowth. That's a good top deck. Now I can attack for 4. That brings me down to 14. I play the 3rd flying man, cast a regrowth, so I can get my Ancestral Recall back. So she cast a Mace of It. So now she can stop one of my creatures. But the Mace isn't a very strong strategy against this Berserk deck, because I can choose to pump a creature that is not targeted by the Mace. So she casts a Chain Lightning on their Pixies. I play a Pendelhaven, so I can give a 1/1 creature +1/+2 cast an Ancestral Recall for the second time in this game. That's card advantage. So I activate my factory. She removes looks like she removed the factory, and I use my Pendelhaven to plus one of my flying men. Play a Scrib Sprite and pass the turn. I can't see what I have in my cards, but I do remember there was some pump spells, and she's at the 10 life, so and giant. Oh, there you can see. I see at least a giant growth, a Llanowar elf. I think it's a Berserk. Yeah, so it looks like I have the kill next turn. She plays a Soul Ring. Chain Lightning on the Scrib. So now here comes. So she untaps the factory. So I use a Pendelhaven. So one of my flying men is a 2/2. Now it's a 5/5, and with the Berserk it's a 10/10. So that's 12 damage. Excellent. Game number 2. You can take a look at Mia's hand. Candelabra, Chain Lightning, Soul Ring, and a disc in 2 mountains. And I have 2 Llanowar elf, giant growth, and a Berserk, and 3 lands. So we both have a good opening hand. She's on the play. Out with Soul Ring into a Candelabra. She have 1 mana floating, so she can use that with a Candelabra to untap one of her lands, so she untaps the mountain. Here comes a Llanowar elf. Place the second mountain. Cast a Chain Lightning. So now my elf is gone, but I have a second one in hand. There it is. So she cast Anniveral's disc. Of course, she has some the Candelabra and a Soul Ring in play, so she doesn't want to activate it unless she's facing lethal. A Strip Mine. She used that to take care of the factory. Passing the turn. Attack for 1 damage. Bit slower start for me this game. She plays a factory. She passed the turn. Attack for 1 again. So she's down to 15. I'll play a Scrib Sprite. Ooh, tapping 5 and 6. Oh no! A Shivan Dragon. Well, he's bigger than 1/1. so that's a problem. So I have a Pendelhaven. So I deploy more creatures, so if she want to attack, I can crack her back. She cast a mace. She's going for the attack. So Shivan is a 5/5 and she can pump it for 1 red. She decides not to do that. So I attack for 3 damage. Our Guardian Pixies has protection from artifacts, so she can't block with her factory, but she can untap it with a mace. And she can use the Candelabra to untap the mace again to remove the other creature from combat. So that's a neat trick. I do love the Candelabra. So many cool things you can do with it. Okay, so here she's swinging in with a Shivan Dragon. Let's see if she is pumping it this turn. She's pumping it for 2, so that's 7 damage. Let's put me down to 8. So now she can kill me next turn if I doesn't block her. See some pump spells. Yeah, so I'm going for it. So she is using the mace to remove a 1 attacking creature and the Candelabra to untap the mace again. So here I'm hoping she is untapping the flying creature so I can block next turn. And she does that. So she has 1 mana floating with her Soul Ring. So she is using that to activate the factory and block my Llanowar Elf. So I use the Pendelhaven's green mana to cast a Giant Growth. So that's a 4/4, a 7/7, and a Berserk. That's 14/14. Minus 3 is 11. So let's put her down to 4 life. So now I must block with my Pixie. Bump. And she cast a Blood Moon. So now all non-basics are mountains. So I don't have any green mana. So I can attack for 2. And Mace is a mountain, so she's going down to 2 life. So she attacks for 8, bump, so it's 1/1. Game number 3, I'm on the play. Starts out with Pendelhaven, a Mox Emerald, and 2 dudes. Lots of 1/1s. She plays a mountain into a Soul Ring. Factory, attack for 3. Using the Pendelhaven. A new Scrib Sprite enters the battlefield. Ooh, and I have a Time Twister in hand, but no blue mana. I remember I loved that opening hand because I could dump all the cheap creatures and cast a Time Twister. But with the second look I saw that there wasn't any blue mana. So Mia takes out 2 of the creatures. I can still attack with a factory and 1 Scrib. And choose not to use the Pendelhaven, instead play an Argotian Pixies. It's coming out fast. Okay, that's 4 mana, that's a Suchi. And here the Argotian Pixies really shines, because the Suchi and the Factory can't block it. And the Scourge Bite is flying, so I can still attack her for 4. She's down to 10 life. So she plays a second Suchi and attacks with the first one. I'm at 20, so yeah, puts me down to 16. So I attack for 4. Puts down to 6 life. So here I think we debated about attacking with 1 or 2 creatures. Oh yeah, first it was the... yeah, here comes a big fireball. So she is doing 1 damage to the Argotian Pixies and 1 to the Scrub. So here the question is: do you keep back one of your Suchis to hold back my Factory when you're at 6 life? I remember she attacked with both of them. That's put me down to 8. So both of the Suchis are lethal next turn, but she is vulnerable to attack this turn. So fortunately for her, I had a Sonic Blast, and boom, I win. So that was round number 1. I won 2-1, and I beat my... maybe I shouldn't say beat, I defeated my wife. So that's great. But to be honest, I play a lot more old school than she does. She's actually better than me to draw with drafting, and she also beat me in a modern final last summer. So I just handled her this deck right before we started. So, but I think she kept up the pace throughout the tournament. So, alright, good to be back with some local magic. I'll see you next week for round number 2. Take care.